The first blast rattled the hull of the Atlas, sending a shudder through its metal frame. Crew members stumbled, alarms blaring, as the ship lurched into evasive maneuvers. Captain Myers clutched the rail beside her seat, eyes locked on the growing fleet of black dots on the view screen. "Pirates," she muttered. "They're after the cargo." "They've prepared for this, Captain," her second-in-command, Blake, said, grim-faced. "Shields are dropping fast." Myers glanced at the tactical display. The pirate ships had formed a half-moon surrounding them. These weren't just opportunistic scavengers. They had come ready, coordinated. "Lock all cannons on the lead ship. We take one out, maybe the rest will back off," she barked. The cannons of the Atlas roared, sending bright streaks of plasma toward the advancing ships. But the pirates were too agile, too fast. One ship took a glancing hit, but it didn't slow down. In return, they hammered the Atlas with relentless fire, slowly stripping away its defenses. "They're not letting up," Blake hissed, his knuckles white as he gripped the console. Myers swallowed the knot of fear forming in her throat. "We hold the line. We can't let them take the cargo." On the lead pirate vessel, Bloodstone, Captain Jax leaned against his command seat, grinning through his crooked teeth as he watched the Atlas flounder. His crew hustled around him, shouting readings and updates. "They're putting up a good fight," said a burly pirate with a scar running down his cheek. "Must be something real valuable in that hold." Jax nodded, his grin widening. "No one fights that hard for nothing. They're hiding something in there, and I want it. All of it." Another burst of cannon fire rippled through space, but the pirate ships danced between the shots with ease. Jax was calm. His crew had fought and pillaged 100 times over. This was nothing new. "Ready the boarding teams," Jax ordered. "We'll finish it up close." On the Atlas, the shields were gone. The lights flickered as another impact shook the ship. Sparks flew from a console near the back of the bridge, and smoke began to fill the air. Myers clenched her jaw. This was it. The pirates had breached the hull. "Prepare for boarding!" she shouted, already pulling her sidearm. "Do not let them get the cargo!" Crew members scrambled to position themselves, guns drawn, faces taut with tension. The lights flickered again, then the sharp, grinding sound of a hull breach echoed through the ship. The pirates swarmed in, rough, dirty, and determined. They moved with brutal efficiency, weapons blasting away any resistance. Myers fired at the first pirate that stormed through the door, dropping him with a precise shot to the chest. But more followed. Blake went down, a blade flashing across his throat. The screams of the crew filled the corridor. The fight was fierce. Every human aboard giving everything they had, but it was hopeless. The pirates overwhelmed them with sheer numbers and savage ruthlessness. Captain Myers found herself backed into the cargo hold, breath heaving, blood running down her arm from a grazing shot. Jack stepped through the door, his eyes glinting with triumph. "End of the line, Captain," he sneered. "Now why don't you tell me what's so precious that you're willing to die for it?" Myers stood defiant, her chest rising and falling rapidly. "You'll find out soon enough." Jax raised his weapon. "I don't have time for this." The shot rang out, and Myers crumpled to the floor. The Atlas was silent. Jax strode into the cargo hold, wiping the blood from his blade on his coat. His crew fanned out, opening crates, tossing aside the lids, eager to see the spoils of their victory. But as each crate was opened, confusion spread among the pirates. They weren't greeted by rare minerals or cutting-edge technology. There were no experimental weapons or hidden blueprints. "What the hell is this?" one pirate growled, holding up a faded book, its pages yellowed and crinkled. Another pulled out an old dented wrench. A third lifted what looked like a child's toy, long since broken. Jax felt his excitement drain away as he kicked over another crate, sending a collection of cracked plates skittering across the floor. "Check it all," he snarled. "Scan for hidden compartments." For the next hour, the pirates searched every inch of the cargo, running scanners over every item, ripping through anything that looked suspicious. But there was nothing, just relics. The only thing the scans revealed was that the items were old, very old. No secret compartments, no encrypted files. A pirate leaned against the wall, shaking his head. "They fought for this?" Jack stood in the middle of the mess, fists clenched at his sides. His eyes burned with anger and confusion. "These things are worthless," he spat. "They died for it anyway," someone muttered. Jax kicked one of the old items aside and turned toward the door. "Pack it up," he said through gritted teeth. We've wasted enough time. The pirates began gathering the scattered relics, their excitement gone, replaced anger,